Tensions between Iran and the United States pose one of the greatest risks for sparking a third world war. While Iran lacks robust alliances like those of previous global conflicts, a confrontation in the Middle East could quickly destabilize the region, drawing in major powers with stakes in the outcome. Iran's hostility towards the West traces back to the 1979 Iranian Revolution. The oppressive, pro-Western Shah was overthrown by Ayatollah Khomeini, who established an Islamic theocracy. The Shah had concentrated wealth among elites and allowed decadent Western influences, violating fundamentalist rules. As inflation and austerity measures affected lower classes, revolutionary fervor grew. The new fundamentalist government established Islamic law and restricted Western influences. However, younger generations tire of oppression and seek greater openness. Iran blames the US and allies for internal divisions. The core dispute is Iran's pursuit of nuclear weapons, which the US adamantly opposes. Starting in the 1950s, Iran pursued nuclear capabilities with limited success until the Iran-Iraq War, when nuclear weapons were deemed vital for national defense. Russia and China assisted Iran's peaceful, nuclear power development, though all parties understood the threat of weaponization. In the 2000s, with Iran nearing completion of nuclear weapons, international pressure mounted. Iran halted its weapons program in 2003 but continued uranium enrichment. The IAEA exposed covert weapons work, prompting UN sanctions in 2006. Though economically painful, Iran persisted. Under President Rouhani, Iran and the US negotiated the 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA. Iran agreed to reduce uranium stockpiles and centrifuges and allow surprise inspections, in exchange for sanctions relief. However, President Trump withdrew in 2018, reimposing sanctions and demanding a new deal. Iran refused and accelerated nuclear work. Today, top US concerns include Iran's ballistic missiles, armed drone sales, harassment of US vessels, and cyber attacks. Iran plots retaliation for the 2020 assassination of General Soleimani. Despite attempts to revive the JCPOA, no new deal has been reached. Iran may now be within 1-2 years of a nuclear weapon. The US and Israel have increased military cooperation against Iran, including simulated strikes on nuclear sites. A massive 2023 joint exercise signaled readiness to confront a nuclear Iran. However, proliferation could spur regional nuclear arms races. Although outmatched, Iran has options, including blockading the Strait of Hormuz. Iran lacks naval power to blockade traditionally, but could sink a tanker to block the narrow passage. However, modern tankers are difficult to sink, escorts patrol the waters, and China opposes disruptions to oil flow. More likely, Iran would unleash its proxy forces against US and allied interests. With nearly 200,000 trained militants, Iran could create regional chaos. However, Russia and China may oppose outright US-imposed regime change in Iran, risking escalation. While military confrontation with Iran poses grave risks, persistent efforts through diplomacy and sanctions remain vital to containing Iran's nuclear ambitions and militant proxies. The Iran nuclear issue remains among the most complex and dangerous in international relations. Careful statecraft is essential to avoid catastrophic war.